say congratulations.
What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're as the title or looked at the thumbnail, then you definitely know that in today's YouTube video I'll be doing my wheel picks on my makeup. And if you thought this was a DIY and you saw the wheel in the thumbnail, this is not, because I barely was able to make this wheel. But besides that point, so basically I saw this on Alissa ASHLEY's channel. I have her video in the description, and I thought this was so cool, and I made my own wheel, and I'm gonna try this challenge. Not many people have done it. I don't think anybody else has done it except her, and I love watching her wheel videos with makeup, and you should definitely check her out. But as always, before I get on with this YouTube video, make sure you guys are subscribed and turn post notifications on to be first notified of when I upload a YouTube video. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. 1, 2, 3, voila! This is my wheel that took forever to create, and it's working, barely. Yeah, so basically each different brush I have labeled. First off, as always, our first step in my makeup routine is primer. So I'm just gonna first talk about the things that we have on here. We have brow brush, I have a beauty blender, foundation brush, tiny waterline brush, powder brush, eyeshadow brush, things like that. But let's spin it, and the little thing is right here. My hair. Okay, thankfully it was an easy fix this time. Okay, we're gonna do our first spin. Foundation brush. Okay, that's not that bad, but usually for this step I would use my hands. Does anybody apply primer using a brush? Because I don't feel like many people do. But at least it's a big brush, so it's quick to blend out. Next up, we have foundation. Brow brush. If you guys have seen any of my past videos, I have not been wearing foundation because that foundation that I have has been way too light for me. So I have this really dark concealer that I got from e.l.f. and I thought it was going to be my shade, but it never really is because I'm never usually this tan. But lately I've been using it as a foundation, even though it's a tiny bit darker than my natural skin tone. But, oh, just gotta really blend this in, you know? I just finished foundation, and it's looking okay. It's a little splotchy because I'm way too lazy to really just get into that. Let's now spin to see what our concealer brush will be. Foundation brush. I thought it landed on tiny waterline brush for a second, but this is foundation brush, this is tiny waterline brush. It's a little big, not gonna lie, but it's better than the tiny waterline. Caught it. Let's blend that in. I woke up and I saw like there was glitter on my face, and I always feel like I have glitter on my face even though I never use glitter. It's not my blending, but like I have like a little white spot right here, and just if you notice that, don't worry, it is not my blending. Now we will spin to see what our concealer brush is.
Whoops, I meant powder brush. Whoop-diddy-doo-dah. Oops.
Beauty blender. Okay, not that bad. Just gonna get it out. Today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me. Why do I keep messing everything up? Setting powder. If this was a translucent powder, I feel like that'd be a lot easier. Next next up, I'm going to be doing blush. Now let's see what we have for it. And also, if you think I'm really going lightly and trying to get my favorite brush, I'm not. It's just very hard because this is not like professional, and it's very like not, it's when I spin it, it just doesn't go as fast as others. And if I do spin it, like you guys saw, as fast, it pops off. So blush, what will we be applying you with? A contour.
But you know,
this is what the contour brush looks like. It says angled foundation brush, but who would use this for foundation? I just never understood that. I'll be using the Wet n Wild color icon, in the shade Present Pink. Very natural. I already have redness on my cheeks. I feel like you really do need a contouring brush for contour. Speaking of the devil, I will do an instant replay because I feel like people think I'm cheating.
I feel like you really do need a contouring brush.
Let's get this brush back out, and I'm just gonna apply it off camera because I would normally do this brush for contouring. So let's see what brush I have for eyes. Yes, brow brush. You guys are now a lot closer. This is the brush that I usually use for brows, or I use the tiny brush, but I wanted that to be in there as something else because it's so tiny. So this is a decent brush. I would never use this for eyeshadow, this brush for eyeshadow, but it is not too big. So I'm gonna be using the Mar palette and going shimmy shimmy on over here. Thank you. But also, I would normally add some concealer onto my eyelid because I hate seeing all my veins in my eyes. So I'm just gonna put a little concealer above that. This is the final look. I really wish I had my just fluffy brush to do this, but could have got the foundation brush or any of the big fluffier brushes. So I think I've gotten pretty lucky in my choosings that there haven't been too bad or too off. I think there's a ton of just straight lines that I could not blend out. I can't wait to see where my wheel takes us, and hopefully in a good way and not ruin the look. Contour brush. I was right between hand and brow brush. I give up. I mean, look at the difference between that and this. So I'm just gonna dip a tiny bit in, and I'm just gonna comb my eyebrow hairs up.
ooh, I work on it. Oh boy.
Okay. I only added a little bit. I'm just gonna go in a tiny bit more. Just to really get in there. Okay. I went in very lightly. I'm just gonna try and comb some of this out. My brows could have been a lot worse. They're just a little bushier today, a little more than normal, but I think it's pretty good. I almost forgot highlighter. I am so sorry. Let's pull you guys a little back and so you guys can see the wheel. Let's pray for the best. I think it won't be too bad. Hand for this. totally fine with using. This is the final look, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.